Hello and welcome to A Book in 5 Minutes. I'm Lindsay Milner. This week's book is Think Like an Artist by Will Gompertz. He was the arts editor for the BBC, don't know if he still is, but he certainly did that for quite a long time. The reason this book appealed to me is because of the subtitle. It's called Lead a More Creative, Productive Life. And it made me think of a friend who often says, oh, we always go on about how productive we've been. Oh, I've had a really productive day today. Or, oh, I've not been very productive. It hasn't been very good. But we never say, oh, I've had a really creative day today. And she thinks that's quite sad because we need to be focused on our creativity at least as much as our productivity. So the book has got a number of chapters. Artists are enterprising, artists don't fail, and artists are seriously curious. Now the first two chapters I thought were actually a bit, I want to say derivative because that's a kind of artsy word, isn't it? They take a lot of information that I've come across in so many other places, you know, business books, marketing books, personal development books. You know, you don't fail, you learn from things that don't go quite the way you want them to. That's the mindset that you have to have. That's all fine, but I didn't find it very inspiring in the context of Think Like an Artist. Artists are seriously curious. Now, I thought I would really enjoy that chapter, but he uses as an example some very avant-garde sort of performance art that frankly I thought was a little bit weird. I mean, again, I get why they want to push the envelope in this way. I get that that's what art is about. But for me, that didn't hold much interest. I did persevere with the book though. There's a chapter on artists' steal, and he uses Picasso as an example in that one, who apparently said that good artists copy and great artists steal. So the idea there is that, you know, there's nothing new in the world apart from the way you connect things together. And I quite like that as a concept. I found that quite useful because that was kind of inspiring me for thinking, well, where am I going to go with my dissertation for my master's programme? There's a chapter about questioning. Artists are skeptics. You have to question everything. Why are we doing this? What is this saying? What is it putting forward? And then I also liked the chapter on big picture and finer detail. Now here, Gompertz uses a Dutch artist who he interviewed, and he works by creating his artwork in one day. He starts in the morning, he paints till the end of the day, that's it. And Gompertz asked him, he says, well, what if it's not finished? And the artist just says, it is finished. That's it, you know, I've drawn a line, at the end of the day, the work is finished. And then the next morning he looks at it, and if he likes it, then that's it, it's finished, it's a piece of work that can go into the world. If he doesn't like it, it's scrap. And I really like that as a concept. I like the idea of that. It's kind of how I work in a lot of ways. I typically do these videos in one take, and if I don't like it, then, you know, I'm not going to put it out there, and I'm not going to mess with it and edit it and try and make it better. It either works or it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, I'll probably still put it out because I'm a bit lazy like that. That's not to say that the thinking and the planning that you do ahead of time doesn't count for anything, because obviously it does. You've got to do that before you can actually produce something. Another chapter that I really liked was the one about artists needing to be brave, and also having to have a point of view. You've got something to say, so let's put it out there and say it into the world. Even if people don't like it, it might not be a popular point of view, but you feel that you have to just get out there and put it out. And I like that as a concept as well. I like the idea that, yeah, sometimes you do make yourself vulnerable. You do say things that maybe people don't agree with. And if you think you've got something that's worth saying, then you do need to say it anyway. Otherwise, like, nothing. I think a really interesting quote, and I can't remember now who quoted it, is that things have been said before, but they might not have been said enough. So that's why artists can go out there and say these things again and say them in a different way and maybe bring them to people who hadn't seen it before or haven't thought about it before. So if you think something is important, it hasn't been said enough, so get out there and say it. So yeah, who should read this book? I would say anybody who wants to be creative and productive. Yeah, it's definitely worth a read. Maybe skim over the first couple of chapters because they didn't work for me. And I think it's a bit of a shame that he started off with the stuff that didn't really engage in quite the same way. But certainly the later chapters are fascinating. He does also go a little bit political in the last couple of chapters, which I'm not going to pick up on because I'm already out of time. And they're too big and too important and I can't do it justice. So that is Think Like an Artist and Lead a More Creative, Productive Life by Will Gompertz. If you want more material like this, then please do subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and I will see you next time. Bye.